And we're back. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. This game is so satisfying. And I had talked about some of the things that, or one of the things I've discovered that I really, really enjoy, is that if I have a group playthrough with some buddies, that's super fun and a really fun way to experience this game, but then also it prevents me from spoiling the game because I end up playing a little bit less, just because I want to make sure that I'm not spoiling it. So I only play up to the point where we played in our group play, even in single play, even if I have more time to play, which I thought would do a really good job of making me play the game less. But the fatal flaw that I've discovered is that you can just create more characters and play up to the same point. And that's going to keep getting harder as we get deeper in the game, so maybe it'll work eventually, but there are so many ways to experience this game. I just can't get over it. So I'm going to talk about this real fast, and then I'm going to do an actual fight, so we'll kind of see that. But this is a Dark Urge playthrough. He's one of the base background characters that you can use, and he's one that's heavily customizable, where it's just your background is that you are amnesiac, you don't remember your past, and that you have these dark, terrible, violent, murderous urges, which you can either give into or you can resist. And that has varying degrees of impact on the game. For example, there's one moment where there's a character as a hand through a portal, and the Dark Urge unique conversation option is that you can fantasize about tearing off the hand, which sounds dark. And I was like, oh, fantasizing, that doesn't do any harm. But if you do that, something happens, and the hand ends up getting severed, and you keep the hand, and that character is dead for the rest of the game. So it's like, oh no, what have I done? But this is a bit of that. So I have been going back and forth on whether I'm going to give in or resist the Dark Urges. I'm probably going to do a little bit of both, truth be told, and we'll see how it goes. But the word is that it seems like the Dark Urge is actually the most canon, for lack of a better word, way to actually experience the game. Ooh, we're going to get in the fight. Not yet. Okay. We'll save off then. Most canon being that he has these, or it, because you can actually completely customize everything aside from that backstory of, like, you are the Dark Urge, you are consumed with these whispers. And my sneaky suspicion is, having played a ton of these Baldur's Gate games before, that Baldur's Gate 1, Baldur's Gate 2, the main character that you play is secretly a ball spawn. It sounds terrible. It's B-H-A-A-L. Uh-oh, something going on over here. Yeah, I know what's going on over here. B-H-A-L, Baal, Baal, whatever. The Lord of Murder was a god in the D&D universe in Faerun, in the place this takes place in, who had a bunch of children across the mortal material world who are demigods. They're part god.
Open the bloody gate!
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
Please! There's no time!
Oh, yeah, dum-dum. What are you doing leading the bad guys right to the gate?
By the nine hells! Open the gate!
What are you doing opening the gate? That's how you get goblins. That's it right there.
Cannon! No!
That is a warg. That's a big scary monster.
Damnable roach! Provoke the blade and suffer its sting.
So far, my personal favorite character introductions. We roll for initiative. It's all timed. Of course, my buddy Asterion, who I actually don't particularly like that much, is the first to go. Very nice, very nice. Let's see if we can shove him. Probably not, but hey, it worked. Sweet, and then we'll end his turn. But yeah, so Dark Urge has this background, you play as him, but the reason that I think he's probably the most, and the reason I'm sort of feeding into this, he's the most canon-appropriate, way to play the game, is that the Ball Spawn are central to the original Baldur's Gate 1 and Baldur's Gate 2, And the fact that you have the same background, even though you can completely customize the class, the race, the stats of the character, leads me to believe that the Dark Urge is going to be, at the end of the story, is going to end up being the ball spawn somehow. And will be directly connected to the story as Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. So I'm really excited to see that. Oh, ouch.
My sickle and sword, strike them down!
But we'll see if it pans out that way. Whoa, that's a warlock. Alright. I'm gonna get on in there. I'm gonna shoot a thing. See if we can save. And you get a low ground disadvantage. Like, it's so good. Ah, there's so many different things about this that I absolutely love. We're gonna try to save. Yeah. Little action surge, which is a fighter ability to get the extra action. But yeah, so I'm super, super pumped to see where the Dark Urge goes. I'm really enjoying the playthrough. It has been awesome. And I'm still barely into it, and that's the thing. It's like, but what's cool is that every time I've gotten anywhere in the game, I keep just finding more and more stuff. It's just stuff everywhere. There's things that I've missed in 2 playthroughs, and I'm sure there are many, many more. Oh yeah, level up, nice. Action surge to get you in the fight, buddy. Oh, that's not very helpful. Who else is hurt? The warg. You know, not bad, not great. Anyway, I'm rambling, but I wanted to fight this. So, and it's just different. So I've got my joint play character I've been really enjoying, and his whole deal is he is a just a Gith or a Gith Yankee. I just wanted to play a Gith Yankee because I played a lot of the original. I do want to bless, but I don't know if I want to bless. Really? I feel like that should be in range to heal. Alright. Guiding Bolt. Anyway, so it's just a Gith Yankee because I played a lot of Planescape Torment, where the Gith Zerai are one of the main characters that you interact with in that. And it's just such a great game. Now watch, I do have a little bit of high ground advantage. Splat, but not enough. See if you can hide.
Just like old times.
I don't understand the actions to hide. I don't get it. He's probably gonna die. Asterion, letting me down, buddy. But anyway, so he's a Gith Yankee, and I really wanted to try the 5th edition Sorcerer, so he's a Sorcerer. I also was multi-classing into Monk, but I didn't really enjoy that. So I've switched it, I respect, so now he's just pure Sorcerer. And Sorcerers have these insane things where you can spend sorcery points to, like, make a targeted spell hit 2 targets, or make a spell have a bigger area, or be a bonus action. Like, it's crazy. So that's really cool, and I'm excited about that. Other character is my Gnome Wizard Rogue, who is based on a character I actually have in a campaign. And I really like, he's just like the young version of someone who is going to end up being a monster hunter that takes down Strahd, the vampire Strahd, in another campaign later. Oh, you missed. Wow. And he's been really fun because he's got really high persuasion, and the combination of rogue and wizard. Being a rogue is awesome. See if I have enough to get here and then punch this guy. Don't miss. And then this guy is Dark Urge, just for the fluff thing of being... Oh, that flourish! Look at you! In my potato computer. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, he's a goblin. He shouldn't have stood on that. Oh, is he gonna die? Anyway, but so I wanted like a fighter because it's a really kind of fun class that's really... It's very straightforward, right? But it's not boring. There's a ton that you can do with it. Oh, he's not really even that hurt. You're fine. See if you can nail something. Oh, that's only touch. Okay. I should know these things. I played this 3 times. Ooh, I got advantage. Splat. And I have not given her a bow, which, man, that's a rookie move. So every character can have a ranged weapon and a melee weapon, which is very cool. just because it gives you so much flexibility, and that's something that other games in the past have made very difficult, switching between melee and ranged. So I really appreciate having that extra option. I'm just rambling all over the place, hope it's fine, but I'm enjoying the fight. And again, playing the fighter is very basic, but like you don't have to worry about doing anything super fancy with the class. Oh, that was a weird close-up. And he's just good in basically every situation. Oh, thanks, buddy. And it goes with the Dark Urge because you're this character who in basically every situation has the power. Where you can basically do anything, so if you control it, it's more impressive. But then also if you don't, you have every opportunity to just be horrible, which, you know, we'll see what happens in any given time, but... of course it was a miss. You gotta get into that fight. And there's the thing. You can throw potions to get yourself extra... to heal people in a larger area. Jumping is great, and you're a better jumper the more strength you have, which I appreciate. So yeah, being able to jump really far, being very sturdy, being able to hit really, really hard and use any weapons and armor is just very satisfying. And so I'm enjoying doing that. And he's a character that isn't actually very good at convincing and doing like the persuasion checks, which is kind of fun. Whoa, very nice. Not enough actions, okay. What do you think, buddy? Can you actually hit any of these? Oh, you can. Excellent. Well, so much for that. He's not going to be able to get in this fight before it's over, but we'll see. Oh! Yeah, not hard. I'm playing on balanced, the middle of the 3 difficulties. Ooh, I didn't let anyone die. Good.
Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate!
But yeah, I hope this does kind of express... I have done a terrible job explaining this, but like just sort of been doing my running narrative about why I'm excited, what I'm enjoying. Yeah, it's just a good game. We're going to sell all this stuff in a minute. We'll see how much I can carry. And if you've played any of these, like, isometric, and this isn't true isometric, any of the old school RPGs that let you have this, like, camera floating around and follow the story, like, this is just a phenomenal example of it. It's the game we've all been waiting for, basically, ever since we picked up the first Baldur's Gate way back then, or whatever RPG you started with. If you've ever played an old school RPG, this one just does everything that did, just better in every way. I can't even express how much I'm enjoying this. And it's just little stuff all over. There's so many things. I think I mentioned that I've got 3 playthroughs now that have all covered kind of the same territories, and it's been a completely different experience every time. Different things have happened, different people have lived or died. Like, some of it's the same, so you can really measure your skills playthrough to playthrough, which is cool, but then so much of it is so different that you're just like, okay, that happened. And you can do things wildly differently, too. So, like, I could pick a fight with anyone in here and wipe out one of the 2 factions, which is something I've never done before. It's just wild. So.
There are children here, you fool! We was running for our lives. You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
I love the gold dragon look. Also, spoilers, everybody in this game is racist, so this is gonna go, you know. And you get, so this is the crazy thing, like you have dialogue options based on race, class, background, like stats. There's so many different things to experience. I've never seen this option before because I've never played it as a fighter.
And who the hell are you again?
And sometimes getting into those gives you inspiration, which you can use for a reroll.
Pathetic life. Well, I didn't ask.
Oh, come on, I don't know what that is.
Please, you were begging me to open the gate. Anything to save yourself, you coward!
Every dialogue is fully voiced,
The
all of
human's
them.
eye twitches. He's about to blow.
You know what? This guy is a real jerk, so we're just gonna do it. Ooh, look at those. Look at that bonus. Ooh, but it's high difficulty. We did it. Never done that before. What's gonna happen? Oh, Lae'Zel approves. Look at that.
That, I suppose.
Did I kill him?
Goblins have found us. No doubt the beast will be back.
I mean,
We
he's
need
a
to
good
pack
punch,
up
but
and
I think it was
leave.
that good.
Immediately.
For once.
God, that was worth it. The dialogues you have with that guy, he's a real jerk. So I don't feel particularly bad about that.
Of goblins. Then I get sucker
there
punched
we go.
by a bloody lizard.
I guess after the punch, that's a little bit more fair than most.
Done with this hellhole.
Those two must have history.
Never mind
Yeah.
their history. Let's look for help.
You acted quickly. I'm just sorry I didn't get there first. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor. Well met.
At least you don't get to change your
I
name.
should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve. There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
Goodness, what a dilemma.
I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though... I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
Really? We're messengers now.
We'd owe you a great debt.
Oops.
If we're
Well,
forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
we're gonna have a couple other conversations in here just to do it. Not a super long video, but we'll get into it a little bit. For those of you who haven't tried it, maybe you want to see it. For those of you who have seen it, hopefully that punch was new. And then we'll see what else.
I care about our lives, our futures.
No. Hells! We can't just leave. They're kin!
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay! These people aren't fighters. We can help!
And I still have no idea how this story ends. I don't know. I have not gotten far enough to know whether these people leave or not, if there are multiple outcomes. So even the different results I've seen, I don't know where they go. My persuasion is awful, but look, there's a racial thing. I've never seen that before.
I made no such oath, and I will not be held responsible for these people.
Different race.
Just
didn't
be
work.
responsible for yourself then. We have to stay. It's the right thing to do.
Zerg.
All
Fine.
right.
We'll stay.
If we survive, it'll make for a good story, I suppose.
What's a bit of a bummer, though, is
you,
now in
Ronan.
all 3 playthroughs, I've convinced them to stay, and now I don't know what happens if they don't. And I will never know what happens if they don't. That's right.
How long until Ronan shows off his thunder wave?
This is the fun one.
Step, parry, strike. Damn it! It's just not landing.
Well, I'm in no position to turn down help. We need to be ready for a fight, but I'm useless with a sword. Like this, you mean? Step, step, strike.
Lae'Zel. Still all over the place.
You really know what you're doing. Found this by the road. Bet you'll put it to good use. Oh, yes. I'll bite my tongue when the time comes.
Man, Lae'Zel. All right, there we go.
Hopefully, it's just the goblins we have to worry about. The druids are treating us like vermin. But I'll keep at it. Thank you.
I will say, I think Lae'Zel's probably going to be in my party every single time because she's just like, she's so gruff and obnoxious, but she's the only one who's like, y'all, this is important. We're being killed by these brain parasites. We have to, you know, be serious about this. Everyone else is like, oh, this is fun. And, I mean, they're all serious in their own way, but not like her. She's the only one who's like, come on, guys, we gotta focus. And she's a little bit of a jerk about it, but in a way that is very practical.
Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
Oh, how inspiring. I do really like him.
Kind words in unkind times, my friend. Well met. The blade of frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the blade of frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship. Doomed to shed our skin and become a lithid, or so the stories go. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Will chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Nah. Didn't read my history book.
I'm no stranger to the infernal. Better to slay a devil before her fires burn common folk to ash. Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses. Just so you know, my first duty is Karlach. I'm oath-bound to go after her. But I won't deny this infection is bothersome. I accept your invitation. You'll need to make room if you want to partner up, though. Still, when the time comes, call for the blade. I won't be long to answer.
Go to my camp and wait for me.
We'll talk more there.
That's a cool character. For this guy's learning to fight, if you play as a rogue, when you teach him how to fight, you teach him to kick the mannequin in the nuts, which is a very underhanded rogue thing to do that just cracked me up the first time I found it out. And just now when I talked about it again. So, there you go. Yeah, we were not going to take too long in this video, so we'll call it here. Hopefully this was fun. If you want to see more of this, let me know. Until next time.